After a good dinner, there is nothing better than a great dessert. A melt-in-your-mouth, sweet and delectable treat that will top off any meal. One bite will leave you wanting more. Today, I'm going to show you how to make this delicious dessert we call cheesecake. First, I'm going to discuss how to prepare and which ingredients to use. Then, I will show you how to make the cheesecake. And lastly, I will show you how to make a topping. To begin, I will discuss which equipment you will need and which ingredients you will need. For equipment, you will need a 9-inch removable bottom cake pan, measuring cups, small mixing bowl, spatula, teaspoon and a tablespoon, and an electric mixer. For ingredients, you will need graham cracker crumbs, butter, granulated sugar, cream cheese, large eggs, vanilla extract, cornstarch, and sour cream. To begin, I will show you how to make the crust. You will need graham cracker crumbs, sugar, and butter. To start, you will put 1½ cups of graham cracker crumbs into your mixing bowl. Then you will put 1/4 of a cup of sugar into your mixing bowl. Now you will need to melt 6 tablespoons of butter. Your butter needs to be at room temperature before you decide to melt it. You will need to melt it on a stove in a pan such as this one. Turn on your stove about 3/4 of the way. For mine, that would be at about a 7. Then you take your butter and you put it into the pan. That's 6 tablespoons of butter. And you leave it in there to melt. There is no exact time, you just wait until the butter is completely melted, but don't let it burn. As you can see, the butter is now fully melted. Now that your butter is melted, you will pour it in along with your graham cracker crumbs and your sugar. Then you will take a spatula and mix the ingredients. Now that you have mixed your sugar, graham cracker crumbs, and butter, you will take your mixture and put it into your 9-inch removable bottom cake pan. Once you get all of the mixture into the pan, you flatten it out across the entire bottom. You can do this with your spatula or with your hand. Once you have gotten the mixture across the entire bottom, take a measuring cup of any size and flatten it across the bottom of the pan to make sure everything is smooth, and then slowly slide it up so that the graham cracker mixture goes up the sides about 1/2 inch. And that is how you make your graham cracker crust. After making your crust, you will need to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Now you will make the cheesecake. You will need cream cheese, cornstarch, 2 large eggs, vanilla extract, sour cream, sugar, and a large mixing bowl. To begin, you will take 2 pounds of cream cheese and put it into your mixing bowl. Now that all 2 pounds of cream cheese are in your mixing bowl, you will set the mixing bowl on about a medium setting, about a 6 on my mixing bowl, and let it mix for about 2 minutes. Now that your cream cheese is mixed, you will add 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar to the cream cheese mixture. After you have added the 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar to the 2 pounds of cream cheese, you mix it again on about a medium temperature until it's well mixed. Now that your mixture is smooth, you will add 2 large eggs, one at a time, beating well after each. Make sure you don't get any of the eggshell into your mixture. Before moving on, it is important that you scrape the bottom of your mixing bowl so that all ingredients are well mixed. Now you will add your vanilla, cornstarch, and sour cream. You will start by adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You can buy it at any store, or you can make your own like my mom did. Then you will add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Lastly, you will add 1 cup of sour cream to the mixture. Because the sour cream is very sticky, you will probably need another miniature spatula to get it out of the 1 cup bowl. Between adding these 3 ingredients, you do not have to mix your mixture. You can add all 3 at the same time. Now you will mix all of these ingredients until they are well combined. Now before I pour this mixture into my pie crust, I like to clean up my station so that I have a well-organized, clean slate to work with. Now that my area is clean and I have my pie crust out again, I'm going to take my mixture and just pour it in to the pie crust, as so. Once all of the mixture is in your pie pan, just smooth it out until you have a nice even layer. By now, your oven should be heated to 400 degrees and your cheesecake is ready to be put in the oven. You will put the cheesecake into the oven for about an hour. In the hour you wait for your cheesecake to be ready, you can clean up your area and all your equipment as well as put your ingredients away. Now I'm going to show you how to make a topping for your cheesecake. Today we will make a fresh fruit topping with an apricot preserve. For equipment, you will need a saucepan, a bowl, a strainer, a spoon, and a tablespoon. For ingredients, you will need a pint of freshly cleaned strawberries, half a pint of freshly cleaned blueberries, a jar of apricot preserves, and water. To start, we are going to put half a jar of apricot preserves into a saucepan on the stove. After you've put half a jar of the apricot preserves into your saucepan, add 1 tablespoon of water. You will then put your stove on a medium temperature, about 5 or 6, until the mixture is completely melted. You can stir gradually as you go. As you can see, the mixture is now fully melted in no time at all. Now that your apricot preserves are fully melted, pour them through a strainer into a small mixing bowl. Now you'll take your strawberries and dip them into the apricot mixture, getting them fully covered all the way around, and then placing them on top of your cheesecake upside down. When you are placing your strawberries, you want to put the biggest one in the middle, following by a circle of a little bit bigger ones, and then gradually get smaller. Once you are done with your strawberries, you will do the same thing with your blueberries, only scattering them on top of the strawberries wherever you please. And now you are done with your cake and you should have a finished product like this. To conclude this demonstration speech, I present a beautiful cheesecake. Today, I have shown you how to make cheesecake, a dessert that is sure to please any sweet tooth. I have discussed how to prepare and which ingredients to use, along with the steps of making cheesecake, and finally, how to add a topping to your cheesecake. Now you have enough knowledge to go and make this melt-in-your-mouth, sweet and delectable dessert that is sure to top off any meal.